And here with Jordan Harvey of the Independent Patriots. Jordan, you guys kind of got the job done. Now, I know you guys wanted to shut out. How bad were you pulling for those guys to stop them there in the fourth quarter to preserve their shutout?
I mean, it means a lot to us in our community. At this point, it's just we're trying to show the state and get some respect, trying to make it back to state championship. So all the respect we can get, it helps out a lot. And I think this community deserves it a lot, especially after last year, how much support they gave us throughout the whole year. It's just a big thing for all of us, but I think it's more for the community than it is us.
I know you want to be a well-rounded team, but both sides of the ball playing so well. You're primarily on defense and an all-state linebacker. But from what you can see, which side of the ball is the advantage right now? I mean, they put up 68 points for you tonight. Which side of the ball is in the lead at this point?
I mean, I don't know. Purdue and Trey probably gonna get mad at me for this, but I think our defense. I mean, we've only let up 8 points in 4 games, and even then, it was on our JV in the fourth quarter when we played Poca. So our varsity hasn't gave up any points, and I think we had 19-20 negative yards for Shady going in the half. So
right.
I mean, it was big for us, but we realized after last year we can't just rely on our offense all the time to get it done, because sometimes you could just have a bad night. If you don't get your stops, you don't force turnovers, you don't force punts, you're not going to be able to stay in the game.
What defensive stat do you look at? Is it negative plays? Is it total tackles? Is it takeaway?
I just look at the scoreboard. You see, having shutouts is a big thing. All that other stuff comes later, but if you can have 0 points in 3 games and then 8 points even then, and it's averaging like 2 points a game, I think it's a big thing for the whole team, because, that gives us motivation. We don't want to let up the shutout. We want to keep it going. So,
as a primary defender, have you ever got in practice? Have you ever had the opportunity to go up against this line?
Oh, yeah.
And, tell people what that's like. How would you go about trying to stop, say, Judah Price if you're on the opposing defense?
You can't. It's hard to stop him. He's just so elusive. We go up against our starting offensive line every day at practice, so you got to go up against one of the best backs in the state, or probably the best back in the area, with 3 all-state offensive linemen coming on the way. So, it's a challenge, and it makes us better every day.
Is it safe to say that are the practices harder than the games, is what I want to say? Because you got to go up against those guys.
Oh, yeah. We want to get to the games, but we realize we got to practice hard every day. So practice is a lot of fun, because when you're going up against such a good offensive line, and heck, even some of our second teamers would probably start some place in the state. So it's a real challenge, and it's a lot of fun, because you get to go up against so many good players on a daily basis.
I wanted to ask you, have you ever got into sometimes tempers get a little, especially this is more of a summer thing, but in practice, you ever get any good scrapes with those offensive linemen?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me the story about one time when you got into it.
When I got into it, I'll probably know about this. Me and Atticus actually got into it last year, because I tackled him when we were doing the thud one day at practice, and we got into it a lot. But at the end of the day, that's going to happen. When you spend so much time with each other, you're going to do something at one point that's going to bother someone else or bother yourself. So it's going to happen, but at the end of the day, you just got to stop it, drop it there, and then just move on.
Where is this defense? I know you can get further. What do you need to do, aside from the penalties, which were horrendous tonight? What do you guys got to do on defense to get even better, or are you already there?
You can always get better. You're never going to stay the same. But if I got to nitpick, really, I just think really up front, our front 6, I think we just got to get a little bit of a better pass rush, because against good teams like Bluefield that like to pass the ball, we can't give them time to sit there and just sit in the pocket for 4 or 5 seconds and throw. But Coach Lee and our coach Scotty Cupfer, he's going to help us out a lot with it. And we just go out and practice every Monday, get better every day.
All right, Jordan, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.